Hey guys, Maylin here, Spiritual Empress. What's up? Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm sorry I didn't record yesterday. I just got busy. But today's not really, I'm not going to do, I saw that this is what was trending today. Y'all, I read a lot of news and whatever, but this was trending. So I was like, shit, I'll bite. But I just wanted to do just a morning chat, just kind of random rambling, I guess. And I don't even know where it's going to go, but thank you, likes, comments, shares, subscribes. Anybody wants to book readings with me, my email is wmegan939@gmail.com. Also, drop in the comment box below what you guys would like me to record about, okay? And it can be about woo stuff. This is just like a morning chat on what's going on with this stupid black Ariel controversy. It really kind of blows my mind because I was on Reddit and my whole feed this morning is just and I don't know if you guys have Reddit. It's mostly kind of like a guy gamer thing, but I'm on there constantly. So it's just blowing up over the Little Mermaid, and they remade it, and the Ariel's black. So now they're pushing this whole freaking narrative, you guys, that if you don't like that they're black, you're racist or blah blah blah. And I don't think that that's the thing at all. I don't think a lot of people really give a shit if Ariel's black. They don't. There's a lot of really cute videos. I actually think it's really cool because it was this really cute video, and it was it was all these black children who saw the trailer because the trailer was just released, okay? They just watched the trailer, and it was all these black kids, and they're like, Mama, she's black, or she looks like me, so I think it's actually really cool. But and especially for it to be a live action one too. I think that that's just kind of cool to have for kids like that who feel maybe left out from all the old Disney princesses. We didn't do well, really, if you think of it, only Jasmine was, I think, the only ethnic one. I don't know. But anyway, they brought up this whole controversy that people are really pissed that Ariel's black and blah blah blah, and it's not that. That is not the actual controversy. The actual controversy with them coming out with the new Ariel movie or whatever is actually the narrative that they're displaying in the movie. So they actually interviewed the actress, and they said, so what do you think this new Ariel is gonna bring to the table? And she's like, I think it's just to show women out there that they don't need a man to be happy. What the fuck does that have to do with the Little Mermaid, okay? You're pushing some weird ass narrative. That's why we don't like it. We don't care if freaking Ariel's a Muppet, for all we give a shit. We really don't care, but you're pushing a narrative that women don't need men to be happy, okay? And this is what the elites do. This is what people in media do, okay? Because they lack creative energy or creating energy. This is exactly what happens in movies and stuff like that. If you guys notice it, most of the time they put some weird narrative in a movie to kind of subconsciously put it into the back of your head, these ideas, okay? They do it in almost everything. You guys will also notice that most movies are regurgitated versions of other movies, okay? But when they come out with certain things, there is truth in a lot of media. There's truth in a lot of movies as to crazy shit that's going on behind the scenes. Now, the reason that they put it in movies is to subconsciously get those ideas in your head so you can start processing them. Because when they come out and they say, oh yeah, well, reptiles run the world, we're it seems a little bit more plausible because they've already been brainwashing us essentially, okay? The controversy with the Ariel movie, I was just yeah, you're pushing a narrative that's promoting, again, androgyny, okay? They're promoting basically that women don't need men, which women have figured out we do not need men. And you'll see it more and more and more. The rates of single women right now are skyrocketing, and their happiness levels are going up. Well, the amount of men who are single has skyrocketed as well, but their level of loneliness is at an all-time low. They're upset they can't find a woman. They're upset this, that, or the other, and that's because of media and stuff like that creating androgyny, trying to separate feminine from masculine energy. And I even see that, I don't know what happened. There's a discussion, I follow a lot of channels, and I know this is total ramble, but there's like a couple of channels that I follow and they're like, dude, why are women complaining about being single, which we're not. Like, for the most part, all my single friends love being single. All my previously married friends who got divorces love it, okay? They love being single. They never want to get married again. They're living their best freaking life, okay? But the weird thing about it is that one of the TikTokers that I follow, he was like talking about like, why are women so defensive towards men who try to get to know them? Or, you know, like you walk up to her and, you know, maybe she drops something and you're like, oh, hey, miss, and she yells at you like, I have a boyfriend, you know? And I'm like, this was all created by society, okay? You guys separated that feminine energy and it gave men more of negative feminine energy, to where I know even when I was dating and stuff like that, I don't know who the hell taught these men that being aggressive with women was the way to go. But why are we so defensive towards men? I'm like, because of how you guys have trained us, okay? Men can actually make us feel very unsafe. They're not actually here doing the job that they're supposed to be doing, okay? Men are here to protect and provide. That's the masculine energy, okay? And then the women are here to nurture and support, okay? So these men even dating Sagittarius asked me, and this is why it's even further making androgyny. He asked me like what the worst pickup line was that I ever got. So it took me maybe like a millisecond, and it just popped in my head. I was like, this one. And it was this guy who had asked me out one time, and he asked me out, and I told him, you know, thank you. And of course, the funny thing too is they're like, why do they get so defensive? Because when we're nice, it doesn't work. I'm a very nice person, you guys. I always try to give everybody the nicest possible answer I can, especially when you're letting somebody down. You know, if a guy does have the courage to come up to you and ask you out, you know, you want to let him down nicely. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like a mean person. But when we do that, it's like the no doesn't mean anything. They don't accept it just because you're being nice. Oh, well, there's a weakness there. I could take advantage. No, the no still means no, sir. No, sir, no, ma'am. But he goes, what's the worst pickup line you've ever got? And I had this guy, he asked me repeatedly. I was shopping, I was walking out of a store, and he asked repeatedly to get my phone number. And I was like, oh, you know, no, thank you. At the time, I wasn't interested in dating. I never really am, but I was just like, oh, you know, no, thank you. Like, I don't hand out my numbers to strangers, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy has the audacity to say to me, very aggressively, well, I at least deserve a chance. Mother lover, I don't owe you jack shit. I don't even need, and that's the thing too, is with women, then they get their little egos hurt. Like, men have a really hard time handling rejection, which I never understood why, because between men and women, men have to have more, like far more experience having asked women out than women having asked men out. These men should know what it is to be let down, because you've probably asked like 100 times more people out than I have, okay? So you would think that they would know how to take it without getting aggressive, but for him to say, well, I at least deserve a chance, with a sense of entitlement, a sense that I am an object. I am literally an object, and I deserve to give you my time, which, by the way, is currency, okay? That's me giving to you in this transaction, okay? And me giving you time, you not giving me respect already. I can already tell you're gonna be a freaking stand-up dude. And like, it makes women afraid of men because they do get aggressive. And I don't know who taught these men to be aggressive. I think a lot of that had to do with feminism, when like feminism was going on. But yeah, all these like, you know, these narratives about like they're just teaching this narrative about like, you know, we need to, you know, women could be happy with no men. It's furthering androgyny. Men and women need to figure it the fuck out, okay? Like, figure out what our roles are here. I'm not like totally talking all total traditional or whatever, but we all have an energy we anchor here, okay? And these men, they get aggressive. They get scary sometimes, okay? They don't take no for an answer. You can turn somebody down, you can break up with them. I also have experience dating people who were obsessed and narcissistic and stuff like that. Like, you don't make us feel safe. So what women had to do is women had to get tougher and start being bitches, okay? And it seems like that's kind of the only way we can get through to them, is because we don't want to be mean. We want to be able to say nicely, like, no, sir, I'm not interested. But then we're required a reason. I don't need to give you a reason. Or we're required to lie. Why do I have to lie to you about not wanting to give my personal information to a total freaking stranger? Why do I need to lie about you, about like either not being interested, or that I'm not looking to date right now? Or the biggest lie most women will say is that, oh, I have a boyfriend, or oh, I'm married, or something like that, right? Why do we have to lie and say we have a boyfriend? No means no, okay? And then even if you lie, like I've lied, because I used to lie like back in the day. Now I straight up tell them like I don't owe you a goddamn reason for anything. Like back when I was married, like I'd have a guy and then they'd be like, a guy come up to me and then they'd say it, and I lied and said, I did have a ring on my finger because I would just put one on because I didn't want to like date anybody. But I was out, and then he's like, oh, like, you know, like he wanted to ask me out, and I was like, oh no, you know, like I'm sorry, I'm married, you know. And he's like, oh, well, where's your man at? I was like, he's at home? Is that, oh, so like he don't have to know? What the fuck, dude? Like, and even in the lie, it's like they don't accept the answer, they don't accept the lie. I think I just overall hate dating in general, but we have to quit taking the same movies and remaking them to push a narrative, to make our brain brainwashed into subconsciously starting to think that these ideas are okay. So, and they're not. But I probably won't see the new Ariel movie only because it doesn't interest me. Like, if you notice, Disney just regurgitates information over and over and over. Sometimes they come out with a new one. They also did it with, I think it was a new Toy Story too. They were, didn't they make like Buzz Lightyear gay? I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this? And I don't know, again, I have a lot of friends in the LGBTQ community, all that, don't care about any of that, but why are we pushing these narratives on people to promote androgyny? If people can sleep with whoever they want, they could do whatever they want, they can dress whatever they want, look like whatever they want, but you don't take a narrative of a person and fuck with their mind, okay? So anyway, that was just like a little ramble today. I'm a little bit energetic. I just got back from my run and I think I had way too much orange juice. But I just wanted to do a ramble. If you guys could drop like what your worst pickup line one was, and again, this isn't just for guys. I'm sure like guys have funny freaking stories too, crazy chicks. But like if you guys could drop in the comment like the worst pickup line, that would be pretty funny. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your Wednesday. I will be uploading the reading by next week for October. And then I love you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.